Okay, so there are a few different ways to draw the eyes on an anime character. And I'm going to show you 3 different shapes and talk about also the highlight and how to add tone to them. So the first shape is really pretty easy. It's like curved at the top, straight, straight, and a flat bottom like that. Okay, so in order to turn that into an eye, you want to draw this really nice and lightly because you're going to be working over it. Now what we're going to do is anime characters often have like really quite thick eyelashes and eyelids. Okay, so by the way, I'm just using an HB pencil for this sketching, but you can just use whatever pencil you've got there. So we're drawing like this, and then underneath just a little curve that's the bottom eyelash. Now the circle here is like this. It's gonna be really big. It's gonna kind of go behind the top eyelid a little bit, okay? And now here's where we get a bit more technical. So inside we're gonna have the black part of the eye, the pupil. And then we're gonna have the highlight, like that. Now that highlight's gonna stay nice and white. And then we're just going to have a little extra light area like that. So if you can imagine the light is coming from up here, all right, it's going to hit that bit really bright white, but it's going to hit the bottom of this because the rest of this top part of the eye is in shadow. So how we do it is we just do a really light tone on this bottom part. We do like a medium tone on this next area, but make sure you don't get any pencil in that highlight. And then inside the black part, make it really dark. There we go. Now you can add in some like extra details, like some lines. You know when you see an eye kind of has those lines like a sun? But that's as much as you actually need to do. Cool. Okay, so that's the first shape. The second shape is like an almond. So it's got 2 curves. So it's quite similar to the first one. Curve, curve. Nice kind of fat eyelash on top. Or sorry, eyelid. And then we've got some big eyelashes coming off. The eyelashes curve in the direction that they're going. So these ones on the left curve left, these ones on the right curve right, if that makes sense. And then underneath we're just going to have a smaller, little solid eyelash. Cool, and then a similar kind of one here. So we've got the eye, the pupil, the highlight, and the light area there. Now if I'm going a little bit fast for you, that's fine. You can just pause the video and catch up. You just take as long as you need. Now the more you practice these eyes, the better they're going to get as well. So just draw them a few times. Now with this one I'm just going to add a little bit of extra shading like this underneath that shadow of the eyebrow and eyelash. Cool. Now you can even, sometimes these eyes have quite a thick sort of outline like that. Now the last shape's a little bit different. This one has got some straight lines. Okay, so we have this shape. So when you draw it like this, you're going to come up and curve it slightly and then down. Color that in nice and dark. You have some eyelashes fake going down on this side, just to be different. And instead of a straight line here, we're just going to add a tiny curve like that. So this is sort of like the eyes a bit more squinty. I'm going to do the highlight on this side this time, because there's a bit more room. And then, yeah, the black pupil is really solid black. Now, with this one, I've drawn looking at it, the right side eye. So if you can imagine, if you've got two eyes, you have to reflect them opposite. So we've got one that way, one that way. Does that make sense? Yeah. Cool. All right, there we go. That's 3 different ways of drawing eyes. Now you can also get your rubber, your eraser, and just rub out some of those extra guidelines that were drawn on there, and add as much kind of detail and tone as you want. But make sure you get those nice, heavy kind of lines around, and get the kind of reflection and the different tones on the inside of the eye. Okay, go ahead and practice a few different eyes.